this is all Kyle's mom's fault. Shut up! You guys, this is all Kyle's mom's fault. Shut up, Cartman! Kyle's mom is the one that started that damn club, and all because she's a big, fat, stupid bitch. Don't say it, Cartman! Wait! Don't do it, Cartman! Wait! I'm warning you! Okay.
Hello, peasants.
Wanna kill her?
So then I said, Skibbity Riz, Ohio, Obama.
Say, what's everyone doing Monday, February 3rd at 6:66 p.m.?
I'll be posting bad crypto advice on Truth Social.
Yeah, and I'll be home alone in my bed, having crippling depression.
Fuck you! You're going to Steeler Fest!
Steeler Fest?
Steeler Fest 2025! Featuring Steeler movies, Steeler art, Steeler music, and more!
Metal.
Hey, what the fuck?
I'm still a nerd! This is fucking awesome.
Steeler Fest 2025! The most meta Monday in your life! Cool! Monday, February 3rd at Our Wicked Lady. $10 at the fence, $50 at the door.
So then I said, Skibbity Riz, Ohio, Obama.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, everybody. Yeah, Roblox Andrew. Yeah, 200 episodes. Oh, yeah.
200 entire episodes, James.
I can't believe it. It's kind of insane. I know last time, man, we had this huge party. I mean, we got a big party here today. We got Andrew's here, Liz is here. But, this isn't the extravaganza that it was,
Well, 100 is so, and I look at it this way, and this is where the world will tell me that I'm wrong, or maybe I'm just creating the world in which I want to live. But 100 is a genuine milestone, right? 100, that's a true milestone. I don't see the next real milestone until we've hit like 500.
Okay.
Like,
Really?
that's it. That's the natural progression, right? It's like it's 10, then you celebrate 50, then you do 100, then you do 500, then you do 1,000, then the next is like 20,000 episodes is the next time you get to celebrate.
What do you 20,000 would we'd be fucking senior citizens at that point.
We'll be dead.
But yeah, hell, 200 is still a great number. Still can't believe we came this far. Like I always said in the beginning, this was going to be 10 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. And can you imagine there have been at least 200 nights where we've had nothing better to do than this?
Somehow, even through all the work and craziness that we've gone through over the years and the summers, we still fucking pulled it off. But hey, we did it. We're here. Yeah, man, happy 200th episode. As you saw earlier at the beginning of this, I played the ad for Steeler Fest that just came out, which is getting a lot of love, which is awesome. I don't know if all of you guys have seen it, right?
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Love it. I told Reese I told Will who edited, like after he showed it to me for the first time, I was like, I feel like we just made like a Slim Jim ad.
Yes. And I couldn't have put it any better, James. That's exactly what it feels like.
And then now it just makes me want to have Dwayne Steeler just be a spokesman for fucking anything. Fuck you, eat a Slim Jim,
Oh my God, please.
He's the new Kool-Aid man.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot of fun, and it's getting a lot of love, which is great. Steeler Fest. So get your tickets still. It's going to be a good time.
Most Metal Monday of your life.
Most Metal Monday of your life. Yeah, and Big Dan, he's going to come on and talk about it. So I'm not going to talk so much yet about the sauce, but we got sauce that's coming out. So official payback sauce for the movie. So now we got sauce, we got t-shirts, we got official Steeler art. Still more, hopefully.
What more can you really ask for? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what more can you really, really ask for? And it sounds like with more on the plate, this is one for the ages, sir.
Yeah, we've planned out something crazy. I hope it all works out.
It will.
I feel
It
like
100%
Vince McMahon
will.
about to start WrestleMania. You know, like I don't know. I put a lot of cards on
Put
the
all
table.
your eggs in this basket,
Yeah.
bro. Like all you Steeler eggs are in one basket right now. No, that's the thing, man. You got people like coming in from out of state for this. You're gonna be surrounded by not only like friends of Steeler, because let's not forget the reason for the season, but like your buddies as well. You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing. You're bringing folks in, like it's gonna be a ball.
Oh yeah, I mean it is also 2 days before my birthday, so I'm definitely pulling that card
Oh.
to get people
Yeah.
to come.
Yeah, kilt them into going.
Like I'm coming for Steeler Fest, but I'm staying for the Boylan Bash.
That's gonna be the I guess 2 weeks live show.
Yeah.
Which is going to be
Yeah.
interesting. That hopefully won't be another lost episode. Well, we got Big Dan on tonight, so maybe our 200th will be another lost episode. But yeah, what's up? We got Romalo, Andrew Romalo joining us here. Been on the show a bunch. What's up, Romalo? You got any things you want to talk about? 200th episode.
Other than random complaints and grievances, I'm good over here in the corner.
All right. Well, me and Romalo actually, we just booked our trip. I convinced him to come with me to Canada to go see some 41's last show at the end of the month.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, how convincing
Canada.
he wasn't. He didn't have to be that convincing, especially after numerous beers and tequila shots.
We were like at least like 5 beers and like a bunch of tequila shots deep.
Yeah.
All you had to say was like leave the country, and you're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, you want to go to Canada? I was like, okay, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Some 41's last show ever. I mean, at a stadium, and never been to Canada. Finally got my passport in the mail.
Yeah, it's always
right
like
there.
the best time to go in early February.
Yeah, it's gonna be freezing.
It's gonna
Wait,
be awful.
So time out. James, is this your first trip out of country?
Technically, yes. Like I went to Bermuda once, but I don't
Okay.
know. That felt like I was on a cruise. A lot of it, like I don't know. It didn't really feel like I was exploring a country. You know, I kind of went to the beach.
Yeah, you're in like international waters and
Yeah.
everything. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So yeah, so this would be my first time, I guess, being in a completely different country in a city.
Purposefully,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
having to navigate.
yeah.
But what about you, Romalo? You been out of town?
Oh yeah, I've visited my drug relatives in Bolivia, and I've been overseas a couple times.
Nice. Okay. Well, take good care of James. He's precious cargo. We won't even talk about what happened in Las Vegas.
That was a long time ago. I'm a
Like,
different.
it's a whole thing.
That Las Vegas was a long time ago now. You know,
Did y'all
Yeah.
lose James in Las Vegas?
I lost myself in Las Vegas. This is before
James
I even knew
has a
Ben.
tendency to go on his own little fear and loathing adventures.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think Big Dan's trying to join here, but I don't know what's going on.
Saucy.
There he is.
There he is.
Here I am.
Big Dan, you
What's
made it.
up, guys? What's up, guys? I finally made it in.
What's up, Big Dan? How's it going, Big Dan? What are you
What's
up
happening,
to?
everybody?
welcome, buddy.
How's it going? What are you doing? How's
Literally
life?
just walked in the door from, me and Merle Haggard singing the Working Man Blues.
Just walked in the door. Sat down.
Literally sat down and linked went and found a few props and came on over.
Found some props.
Are you being
Props.
healthy? Are you drinking water out of a Stanley cup? Did I just see that?
Yes, yes, you did.
Wow.
Yeah, I made James a promise.
Me? Oh yeah, this won't be another lost episode.
Oh yeah, it's just water tonight.
Well, me and Romalo are celebrating still.
always seem to happen when Dan shows up. That's the thing. It's the last time I heard props from Big Dan, we ended up in fedoras with musical instruments.
Also, at some point in this show too, I should have mentioned it earlier. I do have a number I'm going to throw up, so people can call in and chat with us.
Yeah.
So if Big Dan can't get his band, maybe one of you guys can.
I hear tell that we will have a dear friend call in tonight, little Jimmy Adamson
from Bayonne, not from
Bayonne, New Jersey.
No
he
way.
may be calling in.
The poor little sick boy Jimmy Anderson.
Poor little sick boy. Poor little sick baby.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll put the number up, but I'll put it up soon.
Nice.
Yeah, but Big Dan. So, what do you got to tell us? I know there's, we got some sauce, right? Some new sauce coming our way.
Was I supposed to provide something tonight? Why am I here? No, yeah, we got something to announce. So there seems to be something going on up in New York here pretty soon. James, what is that?
Steeler Fest 2025.
Steeler Fest.
Most middle Monday of your life.
So everybody already knows about this guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mustard Mutation.
There will be a few of these guys available as well, mixed in. There'll be some originals, but this unlabeled fellow right here, the labels just haven't shown up yet. But what this is and will become is the official payback sauce.
Yeah.
Payback. Yes. So James hit me up. Damn, how long ago?
Actually, I remember tasting it for the first time a year ago. Because that's when I went to New Orleans, so almost a year ago. Because that's when we met up at Ben's place around, not like now, but like a week from.
Dude,
was that a year ago?
Almost, yeah.
It was around the first week of February. Yeah. Because I only know that because me and Jen got COVID. It was Mardi Gras. And
and then we just went ahead and showed up.
Yeah. I was like, we're already on our way. I've came this far. But no COVID though. Not for us.
COVID.
Yeah, we made burgers. Those were some big-ass, badass burgers.
Yeah, so a year ago was our lost episode that unfortunately no one's going to listen to.
That's also true.
But yeah, so it's almost...
too many libations that night.
But yeah, so it's basically been over a year since we've been talking about this sauce.
Which, funny enough, was the first time I got to see Portrait of Payback and kind of have no memory of it.
Yeah, I mean, thank God, because that was like a different cut. So, now it's like... That was, I think, the first cut I had of the movie.
Yep.
But yep. We got for a promotional sauce that will be going toward the second?
Portrait of Parabellum.
Portrait of Parabellum.
So already has a name. Yeah. So yeah, we got there'll be sauce available at Steeler Fest. Shipping that out as soon as it gets labels stuck to these bottles. And, and there will be a QR code sticker.
Right.
The one you blanked out was actually mine, so you can take that off so can people find shit out about me. But there will be a separate sticker.
I didn't know. I had that ad for a while, and I was like, oh shit, is that the QR code? I couldn't remember, so I just was like, I want to cover it before I just give it out for free.
That you can figure out. I guess we'll just stick them on the back. Just a little small one that you can watch the movie. So when you buy a bottle of Payback sauce, you can watch Portrait of Payback in the privacy of your own home.
Which is great,
That's a good fucking idea.
I figured because I mean I love DVDs and stuff, but like an 18.5-minute short film can't really just go on DVD, and it just feels like a waste.
It's brilliant. I mean, it's dinner and a movie, and
exactly.
It'll make your cock hard with vengeance.
And yeah, man, it's like a weird way to still have physical media, and you get a prize.
Yeah. If you really want to remember, there are now T-shirts available with the label of the Payback sauce that you can buy.
On Big Dan's on the Redbubble.
Will also benefit the making of this new movie. You can get it at the Big Dan Redbubble site, which you can also pick up any of my crap. Matter of fact, the T-shirt that what's your buddy's name? The stunt guy?
Oh, Kyle Davis.
Yeah, he's wearing one of the.
Or Lyle, if you follow Lloyd.
Which is what did you say?
I said or Lyle if you follow Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets everybody's name wrong. He signed a bottle of mustard mutation for me. He kept asking, "So what's your name?" Well, everybody calls me Big Dan. Dangerous Dan. That's what we put on there. So that's what the bottle says. Too dangerous Dan.
Dangerous Dan's a cool name. But yeah, so you can get the T-shirt that Kyle wore on your Redbubble.
The same T-shirt he wears with the Big Dan logo that's inspired by the Batman logo. You can get yourself one of those.
That would be an awesome transition if we were getting there. We're not there yet.
Notice the shirt, Batman wears his logo across the chest.
Yeah.
The Big Dan logo goes across the stomach because that's what I'm protecting.
So do you know how I know that Big Dan will never outgrow us as a sponsor?
How?
Do you know how I know this? Number one, there are several reasons. Number one, all of our lost episodes are based solely on him. Number two, he chose to promo a brand new sauce. It was Sans Label. It is an unlabeled.
Well, see, that's what happens when people misbehave.
Well, you can see the label.
Leave them.
The label's on Instagram.
The opposite would have to happen to me. You guys would be like, man, we do not want to associate with this dude.
Look, the label's out there. It's on Instagram, and you can buy the shirt with the label on it on the Redbubble. So if you want to go see it.
I was hoping they'd be here today. They should be here in the next couple of days, so they will make it in time. I promise they will make it in time.
Yes, let's go.
And James, worst case scenario, I'll stop by the Big Dan kitchen, pick up the labels, and we can label them the night before.
That's also an option because
that's not a bad option. That's not a bad plan.
Next week, me and
we got plans on the 28th.
But also because of the promise I made to James, you'll have to tell him what it is.
It's advertised as midget wrestling.
Okay,
it is midget.
Yeah,
wrestling.
that's not going to get us banned.
I don't know anymore. I don't know what's good, what's bad. I mean, I
think there's certain words that are pretty obviously bad that you probably shouldn't say.
That covers so many areas.
Dan, I don't think we have different rules in Tennessee. I think you have your own rules. That's what I think.
That's possibly true.
Well, I want to talk to Liz. What's up, Liz? How are you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, shit, I want to talk to Liz. When was the last time I saw Liz? Was it Chattanooga? Good God. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
That's not right. We got to do better.
I know. And I'm literally living like maybe 10, 15 minutes from you guys now.
Well, that's why I think you may live closer to me than Ben now.
I think so, actually.
I think, right behind the downtown area of the old downtown area of Gallatin. So Cairo, Cairo.
Hop on 25, go down the four-way stop, turn left. You'll be at the Big Dan kitchen in a little no time.
Damn, you gotta put that on the label.
Should put that on the label. But I've been doing great, actually, and just trying to get everything executed the way that I have things planned, and things are going great. I've been kind of in this little like slump. David Lynch passed away.
Oh yes, very sad.
For me. That hit like I know it's so silly to say it, like it felt like a family member, but like this is somebody that I idolized for most of.
I mean, you have the Twin Peaks podcast, right?
Yeah, I do, and
which also has a hot sauce.
It has a fantastic hot sauce. But it's been weird. Like I can't quite accept it yet. Like it's there, and I know that he's gone, and I can't quite accept it. We're gonna do a tribute episode because we just didn't feel right putting out anything that we already have recorded on the return at this point in time because everyone is mourning.
Yeah.
Nobody has quite accepted this. It's not just me.
Is this your big one? You know, everybody has a celebrity. Like Dimebag was mine, right?
Yeah, Brandon's too.
Yeah, so that was a big one. So I can only imagine this is like everybody's got some celebrity that they've,
So the worst for me to experience so far, really between David Bowie, Prince, and now this, Like those are the three people that I've idolized my entire life. Like when Robert Smith passes, I'm probably just gonna bury myself for a few
Oh
days.
no,
Like
he's
that's
old.
it's been really hard to deal with.
I get it. If anything were to happen to Ice Spice, I would be like just beside myself.
I mean, things are happening, man. She's losing that booty every minute.
But no, Liz, to your point, like yeah, it's crazy how these people like you grow up on their art, their ideas, the worlds that they create. It somehow like it speaks to you. It gets you moving in some sort of direction. Like, and then when they go, it's maybe not even so much like family, but like someone even outside of family that more so formed how you think and what's acceptable for you. It's tough.
Yeah, Stevie Lou in the
really
chat agrees with you, Liz. He said he's been feeling the same thing.
It's rough. And so I went from reading the Gaiman article, let's put that on the table, reading the Gaiman article, the Variety article, which spelled out everything that has been claimed against him. So that is another big deal, like a formative
Neil Gaiman
person in my life. Yeah, so I get that. And then not even like, what was it, like 2 days later after, or 3 days after that Variety article went everywhere, David Lynch passed away.
Okay, so James is well aware. Liz, my internet has been spotty. I don't know what's going on with Neil Gaiman.
He's got a lot of
He's
essay
been a
accusations.
naughty boy.
Yeah, he's been naughty.
And like from tons, not like it was just one person that was telling a story of what had happened to her, but this is a lot of women have come forward.
Oh,
and
no.
a lot of it is just non-refutable. Like it more than likely was that terrible. And it's
him and
is,
Diddy
again,
would make for
somebody
great
who,
pen pals.
You know, little goth me in my bedroom, you know, not allowed to watch stuff, but you know, I could take my comic books and read those and nobody cared. Nobody knew what that was. So like that's a big deal that these people that in these positions of
it's fucking
power, you know,
gross.
that would do something so horrible. So it's been a lot to digest.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why my hero is Big Dan.
Work harder, dude. Work harder.
I can tell you, like the men that I know that I respect, Big Dan, you're one of those. Yeah, all of you. There are good men in this world. I hate for us to just discredit everybody because a lot of men suck, but like 90% of y'all, 95% of y'all suck.
Yeah, we're a bunch of scumbags in the
There's
dark.
so much more men that suck that don't.
I think we all agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah. No, and please don't underestimate our ability to suck.
Really, just don't don't prop us up too high.
Just say, because we have.
Ben's gonna be in a room full of 5 dudes come Steeler Fest, so there'll be a lot of sucking.
It's gonna be a whole mountain of sucking.
Like it's the first time.
It's tough to be hard vengeance.
It already is. You don't even.
Which I gotta figure out how he said that in Spanish because it's one of my favorite things to say now.
Wait, you said one Spanish?
My cock is hard with vengeance.
No. Yeah. It was amazing to do those subtitles because I don't know any Spanish, so I kind of knew what Reeves was saying, and then I'd send it back to him and be like, no, that's wrong. And then I just had to keep sending him back and forth until he told me it was correct.
Well,
I
isn't
thought
it
it
kind of
was all
better
wrong.
just to be making noises that kind of sound like it and you just say that's what he's saying?
No, that's really not better. That's actually arguably the worst.
Again, coming from this guy.
The worst option is to do that. I think the scale goes nonsense words most offensive if you're trying to pass it off as a language. Next is somebody who is not of that language of origin doing it, but doing it more so phonetically, a la Peggy Hill, but that is to great effect because of who the character is. But when she says "poor favor," it is one of the greatest things in my life.
Buongiorno.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's like the next tier, and then like the final tier is just being arrogant when you say it and over pronouncing. So there's no win-win. So like when you extra like roll your R's, when you're trying to be fancy about another language. Instead of just saying a burrito, you're like a burrito.
Yeah.
When you try that shit.
Or honestly,
fettuccine.
One of my pet peeves is the idea that, funny enough, because my daughter just named her cat this, is people that have turned queso into like a dip we make in America when it's just cheese.
Yeah, I get some queso.
So now
who got a new cat, Dan?
Every damn body.
Really?
Yeah, all I have are cats now.
Oh man.
You must be miserable, Big Dan.
I was going to say, I bet you're hating life right about now.
Well, it turns out my love for my wife and my daughters is bigger than my hate for cats. So.
I hope Brandon's is the same. He has a lot to deal with. Yeah.
She literally sent me a picture that just said, "I'm asking for forgiveness, not permission," and comes home with 2 more cats.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh. And what are their names?
Well, one's Cheese. And
yeah,
is it
the
not
other
queso?
one came pre-named. It's Sam.
I like Sam.
They had the brother Dean there.
Sam and Cheese.
So there would have been probably 3 cats.
And where'd they come from?
I don't know. Where do you get cats? Out of a vending machine? I don't know where they found them.
Chinese
The
restaurant.
cat distribution system.
Yeah, I mean, you just find them in the trash.
Outside,
I didn't know you had to go get cats. They just show up.
You do know that I got a cat out of the garbage, right?
I thought that's where all cats came from.
Because
it's an equal relation.
Justin's ex-girlfriend,
Kelsey.
No, Roxanne.
Let's just talk people's names. That's fine.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I'm not saying laughing.
In this case, it is.
So here's what happens, right? Like this is great. So I'm bummed out because I was going through like a breakup at the time, right? And so like I was telling him, "Oh, I need a pet. I need a pet." And he's like, "I ain't got no pets." And he was like, "I ain't got any spares."
Yeah.
If anybody needs a cat,
Can I just have like one of your 4 dogs?
Well, wait. So like, but this was a point in time, like in his youth, Calvert used to collect like animals. Like literally, he would find like a crippled thing and just take it home and see how it gelled with the other things in his house.
Yeah, you remember the iguana?
Exactly. So anyway, I put this bug in his ear, and then it's a few days later, like maybe a week and a half, something like that. But I get this call from him. He's like, "Hey man, you still looking for an animal?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I got this fucking cat here that doesn't get along with anything. You can come down, pick it up next time you're in town." I said, "Okay." So I get my like cat Holly from him, and his girlfriend at the time sits me down and tells me a story, and it is wild. So she had a girlfriend at the time who had just moved in with her boyfriend. They got this cat. This fucking cat, the boyfriend lived with his dad. The dad hated the cat. The dad would not feed the cat. The dad would like purposefully take away its water, would kick it, would treat this cat terribly. So she says to Roxanne, "Hey, Justin collects animals. Can you guys take this thing in?" So she goes home. She asks Justin. Justin says, "Hell no. We got enough damn animals. I'm sorry. Y'all will figure it out." She takes that back to her friend. Friend goes, "Huh, well, maybe we can figure it out." Roxanne's like, "Well, the one thing he can't say no to is a stray. If he finds it, he'll never say no." So these two ladies concoct a plan.
God damn.
wherein they take this cat and the cat's food and the cat's toys and they put it in a box and they set it outside of the dumpster at Hardee's. All right. Now, they do this on a Friday afternoon,
which is all they really had to do.
Knowing full well that Justin is going to what? The same thing everybody did in Westmoreland. All you did was drive around and make the circle. You'd get fucked up, you'd smoke a joint, you'd drive around, you'd make a circle around town, and that circle would off take you behind Hardee's. So him and Roxanne are riding around, they're doing their thing. They pass by the back of the thing. Roxanne goes, I wonder what's in that box. Justin goes, I don't know, it's garbage. Nobody cares. And then they drive around again. So a little later in the night, they're passing back through. Roxanne's like,
the cat's been in that box all night.
There. That box is still there. Now, Justin has maybe imbibed a little bit, and he goes, hell, let's check it out. Let's see what's in it. So he gets out, goes over, opens up the box, looks down inside the box, picks it up, looks around, is like, what the fuck is this? Picks it up, puts it in the back of his car, gets in, doesn't really say anything. Roxanne's like, what's in the box? He goes, man, it's a cat in there. It's got its food, it's got its toys, it's got fucking everything, man. And then he's like, I don't know what we can do.
Hey, how did it stay in the box? Why didn't it just leave?
She goes, well, he can't leave a stranded cat.
I meant like the cat. Why didn't the cat leave the box?
No, it's folded up on the top. It can't get out.
Oh my God.
Really good and tight.
So they got the cat is in the fucking thing. So he takes it home because he doesn't know what else to do with it. It gets along with none of his animals. So he gives me this angry cat, and then I had it for like 20 years. She's the best cat ever. Anyway, I learned all of this, and then I am sworn to secrecy. Years later, and I'm talking like I had this cat like maybe 7-8 years. Me and Justin were sitting around one night, and I'm like, hey man, did I ever tell you about that cat? And he's like, you mean that one I found in the dumpster? Yes. So I break the whole thing down for him, and he looked at me and he goes, and you knew that this entire time? He goes, I told my mama about that cat. I said, somebody must have loved it so much. And he's like, and they did that to me, and you knew. And I was like, I didn't know at the time. It all still would have played out the same way. I just knew afterwards and didn't have the heart to tell you.
It definitely stings a lot less when it's years later.
7 years later, the cat is like well cared for in a place. Not your
damn,
problem.
poor cat locked in a box for fucking hours.
That's when he stopped trusting Ben.
Listen, I'll hold on to your cat stories, man. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, come on.
Well, how you doing, Ben Johnson?
I get that. Me? I'm shot out of a cannon, James.
200 episodes.
200 episodes in. I'm working on a new pair of gloves. I'm knitting. Life is good. Life is very, very good.
Did you get your patches on your jacket yet?
No, Jen's sewing them up for me before I leave.
Nice.
So fingers crossed.
Yes, you found a bunch of. I guess I left a bunch of shirts that I don't remember leaving.
So that's the biggest thing that's happened this week. All of my life revolves around my yarn right now. I've been organizing all of our stash, right? So me and Jen over the years have amassed a massive collection of yarn that we have plans and projects, and then life gets busy, and so this shit collects. It gotten scattered all over the house, picked up a whole bunch of it. Like, I got all of my shit together. In that process, I find 4 shirts. One is an It shirt that is a small that I have no idea who that belongs to. I can only think Connor.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, but does he wear a small? He likes them tight.
He
does
wears
like
a medium. I know, because I'm sending him up a shirt. Because when he told me that, a medium shirt to me is like a handkerchief. So I could, it blows me away when people tell me what size they wear. It does not make any sense to me whatsoever.
Big Dan can't even.
That was like when we were getting this shirt for Portrait of Payback for Kyle, and you were like, what size is he? And I was like, well, he told me he's a medium. And you're like, and you said he's a wrestler?
Midget wrestler.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but man, like other than that, there's not really been a lot going on here this week. It's been nice. It's been very, very, very mellow. Other than my internet being out, that sucked.
You're running on hotspot right now. I mean, it seems like you're streaming pretty good.
Well, I might have to switch to my hotspot every week then. But yeah, internet's been weird for about the last like 4 or 5 days. Just very, very annoying. I started a playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy, which is great. I like playing a magician and zapping things. It's very fun. Or not a magician, a wizard. You know what I mean.
Do you like riding on the broomstick?
It does.
Do you get to play Quidditch?
You don't get to play Quidditch so far. I haven't unlocked Quidditch, but you do get to ride on the broomstick. Do you guys remember the toy that they had?
The vibrator?
Yeah, they had to take off the shelf.
Just the child's vibrator.
See, this is why we need those around.
I don't think those are supposed to exist.
Yeah.
It was the number one
don't
toy.
blame Ben. That's what fucking Hasbro or whatever the fuck put out.
I didn't invent it.
Yeah.
I'm also not the guy who put Wicked.com on the back of the Disney toys.
We got one.
You do?
We did, yeah, and we didn't even know it. It was for Hallow's birthday. We got her one of the Glinda dolls, and Brandon looked up under the little black sticker, and there it was.
Wait, what's the story? I don't know about this.
So, and Liz, you correct me.
Should I Google
where
that
I'm
right
wrong.
now? What was it? Wicked.com?
Yeah.
A marketing. Somebody missed the website for Wicked, or just assumed that it was Wicked.com. Not
what is
knowing-
this?
Wicked.com is a porn site.
Yeah, I just searched it. No, I got terms and conditions. You must be 18
go.
plus. I'm gonna enter.
Yeah, I think you're allowed.
Oh, this is a little artsy.
So
It feels like a
the
streaming service.
Dolls have that on them, or the first run of those dolls have that on the back. Wicked.com. So
I
little
gotta
kids
say-
will go to that, being like, "Oh yeah, this is the Wicked website," and it's a porn site.
I gotta say,
What
have you
was
guys
their
checked out this
explanation
website?
for it?
Have you guys seen this website?
It's very artsy.
I think it was just genuinely an oversight.
Yeah.
I think somebody was like, "Wow, we must have really like Wicked.com. That's our website."
This
You
looks
know,
like
not
a
realize
teen
it.
Prime.
Yeah, this website is like fucking like porn Netflix. It's like full movies here. like
Wait, the
And
bottom
then-
is the best. Look at all
Yeah, they got all the
awards.
And then meanwhile, the real Wicked, or the real musical Wicked, their website is probably wickedthemusical.com. You know what I mean?
A lot less
Because-
fun.
Yeah. But Wicked.com's been around for like 1,000 years. 1,000 years.
Well, you were just talking about Roxy. She was the one to first show me the old school. She brought it to school, man. The Little Mermaid cover.
Yeah.
On the old
with the dick?
tape.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
with
that.
the big throbber on the castle. Yeah.
It's very, very,
And then
very out there.
my
The big throbber on the castle.
and in my
that big throbber on the
I
castle
worked,
there.
like most people, in a video store. So I went through and tried to find all the stuff that was supposedly in all the Disney movies. Fast forwarding and rewind, and they're all there, dude. Every one of them.
It's all there. 100%. Yeah. Sex in the Lion King.
Yep.
Fucking...
And there's another. What is it, dude? Pops the. It's a Little Mermaid too. When dude's
Oh, when he gets the boner and his dick goes.
yeah.
bloop.
Yeah. It's just
And it's a priest too that's doing it.
It's,
you know where he was staying in the cast.
Jesus. Yeah, no, dude. And entirely, yes. All of that pervert shit is in there. It's in there. It boggles the mind. It makes you happy though.
It makes you happy.
Yeah,
It makes
nothing
you
like,
happy.
Ruining children's lives
I
to bring joy to yours.
What? There's the.
Did you see what I
naked-
sent you on Instagram before, Ben? About
Wait, which
how
one?
adult films ruin your brain.
The way that they tried to mask the Wicked.com on the dolls is just stupid. It's literally a little teeny tiny black piece of tape over it.
So
what were they
That's all
trying
they
to
did.
do? Why is it on there to begin with?
To go to the whatever the official website is, like wickedthemovie.com
Oh,
or
man.
whatever it is.
You know how much money they
Okay.
spend on this marketing and they still fuck up? Incredible.
I love it.
It's crazy.
It makes me so fucking happy, dude, when big shit goes afoul like that. Like,
me too.
I have too many people.
it makes the little man feel
Yeah.
both brave.
I hope it
and
makes
bold.
I hope it makes Virgil feel
Whoa.
better for the documentarties.
How can you get away with it?
Nay, I didn't invent that. You know, that word was Pergio wrote it on a trauma card and it was printed 1,000 times. Trying to write documentaries.
No way.
Instead of documentaries, he wrote documentarties.
And I said you invented a new genre on the streaming. Like Cuck Island should be considered a documentarity.
I'm gonna have
Tardy
to
indeed.
It's the greatest thing ever. And it's like the eye doesn't catch it, the brain doesn't catch it, and it takes you like a couple of times of looking at it to be like, wait a minute. Huh?
I wish I had
Yeah.
those business cards. I don't have them. Thousands. Literally, I was like, how many did you print? And Virgil's like, thousands.
It's like they'll use them for the next 20 years.
Like just giving them out at conventions. It just says documentarties.
Oh, goddamn. But yeah, no, James, I had a masterful segue in there.
You did.
Well, I did not
Yeah,
get it.
I think I'm the only one who caught it.
I didn't catch it at all. Can you rewind?
I said the brave and the bold.
He said the thing.
The literal
Yeah,
word.
I
said
didn't
the
even
name
hear
of
it.
the thing.
You know, the full title is Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't whatever.
Well, you know what? So are my balls.
Well, we got
Well,
there.
before we go too far, James, you're not being a great host. Who's your guest back there, dude? I don't know him.
Oh, well, you came in late. We already
Well, you
introduced.
came
Yeah,
in late.
you came in late.
Still, I mean, if people are late to a party, you still introduce everybody.
Well, there's a lot going on at Big Down. 200th episode. This is Andrew Mamalo here, star of Portrait of Payback, my favorite death in the movie. He gets his RoboCop death. Andrew Mamalo, trauma friend.
Hey, Big Dan, I'm playing James's gimp over here in the corner.
Fan of your sauce. He's tried your sauce before.
Tasty sauce,
Awesome.
indeed.
So, yeah.
Well, nice to meet you.
Same here.
Fan of the horror and the action of the Dwaynes, you know. He's the guy. He's my dude.
Which currently, you know, after putting Dwayne on the label, it is the first one I had to add mature content on.
Fuck yeah.
On the Redbubble site.
Good.
So oddly enough, the only things you can't buy, that's the cool thing about the site, is you can put it on like anything, but if it's mature, you can't, for whatever reason, you can't put it on jigsaw puzzles or anything for your dog. You can dress your baby with Steeler shooting my pig in the head, but you can't put it on a dog.
We gotta keep
I'm
dogs
just
safe.
like, sorry, dog. I can't put boobs on your chew toy.
You can't put boobs on your dog.
Babies are fine.
I can have the T-shirt with the boobs on it, but sorry, dog. You can't.
Yeah,
You
fuck
can't
you,
have
dog.
it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I
Like,
thought it was disappointing.
Now I just want to start a line of clothes for dogs specifically that's just like offensive stuff, like people like famous murder scenes or whatever, you know, like atrocities of war, naked people,
Pictures of
like-
serial killers.
Exactly.
You find the
All-
line that
Yeah, I'm not the
Redbubble has.
weirdo, it's the dog.
Yeah.
Redbubble, I bet, has
You
a
got one of
list
the dogs
somewhere.
that ends in oodle, you know. It's whatever
Like
mix
images
that
from rotten.com.
Man, one of my favorite things when I was back when the internet kind of first started. Remember t-shirthell.com?
No.
I do.
Yes.
I
Man,
don't.
one of my favorite. Now that we've already broke that seal, I'm gonna say it. You know, one of my favorite shirts I
You
ever
broke
had
the
was
seal.
a shirt that had.
You're
a
like, I'm
line
glad
right-
we broke the seal. You broke the seal, Big Dan, so you can talk about it.
He tells no lies.
There was a shirt with a line that was like right at your belt that said, "I've had it up to here with midgets."
No way.
And my wife wouldn't let me buy it, but there was a onesie that said "hung like a 10-year-old." If I wanted to get that for my son, but she didn't allow it.
Oh my god,
She tries to
those
keep me
are
straight.
funny.
She really does.
He's good. He's a good.
He's 20 years old now, so you can see just tells you how long ago that's been.
No, I used to wear a lot of shirts like that when I was younger. Then I just started getting in trouble in school. So my mom didn't care what I wore, so I would just wear dumb shit. But then,
I had to
the
stick some
authorities
black
care.
tape over a few t-shirts.
Dan, were you a big Johnson shirt guy?
I never had those. They weren't my style. I did have the Morbid Angel shirt with the demon lady with the boobs hanging out. I got sent home for that one.
Oh yeah.
And the Tool,
you had the Tool
shirt.
Dick shirt.
Yeah, the Tool shirt. They got me on that one. It's just a ranch, guys. Come on, you're the one putting your mind in the gutter.
I got sent home for a body count, a cop killer shirt.
Nice. Hell
badge on
yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's rowdy.
So yeah, metal up your ass.
Yeah. Black tape every time you wore that one.
Yeah. So I just started doing it. Just part of getting dressed was get out a roll of duct tape.
Gigantic jacket. So did y'all watch this as it aired?
So I tried to. So I was still 2008. So I was still like, I think 14, 15, and so this was like, they had another Batman show before this that was pretty cool. We talked about it here before, the Batman. Like, it was kind of kitschy, but still kind of dark. Then they did this, and I guess that's when I started getting, like, older teenager, where I was just like, I don't know, I was like, this isn't cool. This is so fucking dumb and goofy, and I hate it. And I hated it for so long until I hit my 20s and somehow came full circle of being like, you know what, I need some fun ridiculousness, and it's kind of amazing.
It was fun for me because, like I was telling you, I watched this with my son. He was 3 when this came out. So, like, I've already told the story about how I DVR all the old cartoons, so he was already familiar with, like, Super Friends and all that crap, And this was kind of fell in line with Super Friends, right?
Yeah,
sure.
With you learn, and what I like about this is how many new characters you learn about, and it's kind of the more obscure ones, that everybody knows, Superman, Batman, Flash, all that stuff. But you get, like, right out of the gate, you learn some dude you've never heard of. So,
Clock King, right?
Yeah.
I mean, first episode is Blue Beetle.
What?
First episode, the Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, yeah. There you go.
And the ghost with the top hat, what's that dude's name?
Oh, something Crockett.
Top hat, Mr. Ghost.
Yeah.
It was something. Isn't it Crockett? Like something Crockett.
It's Mr. Ghost Top Hat.
There you go.
That's his name.
Mr. Monocle Man.
So
I had 2 years of Spanish in high school, and I was into my 20s already when this came out. And I think Blue Beetle changed over to Jaime in 2005, 2006 in the comics. And so when this came, I thought his name was Jamie. He did thought his name was Jamie. And when he pronounced it Jaime in that very first episode, I was like, holy shit, that's how you say it?
So this was sort of jumping straight in for me. Very, very new to this. I loved it. I loved it.
I kind of figured you'd have loved it because you kind of talk about. I feel like you like this kind of Batman.
This is definitely like my kind of Batman. I like when, even though he's, super smart and he's the detective, it doesn't always necessarily work out for him. He still does stupid things sometimes. I like the whole retro aspect of this Batman in general. It does remind me of the 60s show a lot.
Oh, yeah.
On purpose,
that's what I like
sure.
about it. All just the goofy stuff. Everything's in his belt. Don't make like the shark spray, right? Everything's there. Gravity.
Even the
doesn't
Batmobile looks similar. The mask looks similar. Even the cave, he has the same kind of computer as the 60s.
all the goofy stuff.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite things was is one of the Green Arrow episodes, and he's got all the goofy arrows. He's got the fist. Every arrow does something stupid. He's got the one that he just shoots toward a building uphill, and then sticks his bow on it and just goes up. I love that crap. I love ridiculousness.
Ramal, this is your first time watching it too, right?
Yeah, I just really watched a handful of episodes last night. I never watched it when it was running, but it is a lot of fun. Reminds me like a comic version of the Adam West show. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but then it can flip and give you some good stuff, like the old 90s animated series.
Yeah, there was some Batman the Animated Series vibes. And then I realized a bunch of episodes are written by Paul Dini, and I was like, that's why.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and he's just always in his uniform, and if he needs to do something different, his uniform just changes. If he's going underwater, if he has to fly,
it's amazing. It's like they took a thing,
whatever, it changes into whatever he needs.
And they've joked about it in the show too, but I feel like they took a thing that's like meant to be, okay, you want us to make a Super Friends that are meant for action figures and kind of bright colors, but then they still were able to give this thing like a fun story every episode.
Yeah, everybody gets a car that looks like them.
It's like the crazy merchandise becomes part of the show without like feeling like
what we want. Man, these 80s kids, they want toys.
There are a ton of toys. That's also why I hated this show so much when I was younger, because the Batman had a lot of toys, but this show had fuck ton of toys, and I was like, where the fuck was all this cool shit when
I'm disappointed because I've got one. I've got the the Green Lantern episode where he gets the Green Lantern suit.
Oh, it's set to succeed.
That Batman is somewhere in my shop.
Damn,
tried to find. Cool. I did find Brave Star's leg while looking for it. So
yeah, I don't have any Brave and the Bold toys actually, which is surprising.
We did find. Actually, my wife found it in a box that my son was going through, and he took what he wanted, and down the bottom was Brave Star's list. So somewhere the rest of Brave Star's got to be.
Yeah, but now you mention it, I don't have any. I never thought about it because I have toys from Batman Forever, Dark Knight Rises, animated series, Adam West toy, Kenner.
The only
got a Brave and the Bold.
like knowledge that I had of this show was from the toy aisle.
Because it was everywhere. This shit was everywhere.
And even though I wasn't watching it, I'll always hit the toy aisle no matter where I go. I always hit a toy aisle. You never know what you're gonna find. But that's where I know this stuff from.
That's the way I am in the meat department at a grocery store now. The way I used to go through the toy aisle, I'll just kind of look at it. I want that one.
I know Target's got new Batman toys, and I want them so bad. They just put out these retro Batman Forever toys.
Ooh.
And I want them so bad. And they're only $8.99.
So why don't you have them?
Because I gotta go to Target. And I try to buy them online. I can't buy them online. They're exclusively Target, so I have to fucking walk into a Target.
Carry your happy ass to a Target, James.
Yeah. But I'm rewatching the show finally. I gave it a chance, I said a couple years ago, and was like, man, where the fuck was I? Why was I I think I was just too much of just an angsty teenager being like, this isn't cool. This isn't
You'd already been exposed to Michael Keaton.
Yeah. I watched that
movie ever
all
made.
the time. Yeah.
So that's when, like me and Ben, Liz, she's younger than us. So she's in there close somewhere. But, we grew up with the Super Friend Batman and the Goofy Batman, And when the movie came out, it kind of was a resurgence. So you could start watching the old 60s one again, because their Batman was just everywhere. And so that was, the Goofy one was what I kind of fell in love with, right? As much as I love the Dark Knight, but just Goofy Batman's fun too.
Yeah, and also with this
show, polar opposite with that. And I grew up in that time period, but I still I wanted my Batman brooding. I wanted Keaton Batman as Batman.
Yeah.
I wanted the animated series.
Yeah, I'm with
when Batman is blue,
Batman, right?
No.
Well, so okay. So as we watch through this, that's the thing. So okay, let's rewind a little bit because you bring up a thing. In this series, we're introduced to like a number of sort of like ongoing kind of storylines that it's funny to me because they don't necessarily do them as two-parters, but they allow you to kind of go on and then like check in later. Like that Blue Beetle storyline is like ongoing.
Yeah.
I love it when a series does that. It clearly picks up, diverts, goes around. It moves all over, but it picks you back up in a realistic manner.
It's like, yeah, remember this guy? There's a whole thing going on here with this guy.
You know what I'm saying though? Like Blue Beetle goes out, has a ton of experience before you check back in with him, but you always remember where you were on episode 1. You remember how their story got moving. The Weird Al one, the Batmite.
Every episode Batmite's in. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
I agree.
Well, it's Pee Wee, right?
It is Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Rubens.
So the one in particular that James told me to watch before my internet went crazy is the one where it does have the Scooby-Doo and the Scooby-Doo Weird Al storyline. I love the fact that they went back to more Scooby-Doo stuff in this. Like, because that's some of the quintessential Scooby-Doo watching.
Yeah, if they had just run into the Globetrotters along the way, it'd just been that much better.
Dude, one last little cameo would have made me feel very good. But I love when they refer to Batman, Scooby-Doo, and Weird Al as
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Thank you. As the trifecta of pop culture. like that was one of my favorite things.
And like I love they'd point out too in that same short of like the animation's like fucked up, you know, like Batmite popped up and was like Batman's neck is miscolored. Oopsie.
Is miscolored. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah. That episode's so much fun, man. Yeah, and like they literally make the animation style like become like that. You know what I mean?
Well, the first one is what is it, Batboy and Ruben?
Yeah. Yeah, what is it's like a weird fucked up looking short Batman thing.
A short stubby Batman and the weirdest gangliest Robin. But seeing the different sort of styles that they would dip into with it, like I don't know. They had a lot of fun with the show, and I think like Dan's right. For me, at least, that's a Batman that I enjoy. I love a brooding Batman, but you give me a silly, fun detective Batman that can still get deep with shit. Like that's the guy
I want to see him pull something humongous out of a tiny little compartment on his belt. Right?
There's I think it's the pilot where like his belt turns into like a lightsaber for like a second.
Yeah, right.
He just pulls the belt off. It turns into an airplane. He takes off. Yeah, that's.
Not over, Molly. Do you got any favorite Batman gadgets?
I mean, off the show, I don't remember. I mean, I love the shark repellent just in general. Shark repellent was always fun.
I like his fucking whatever they call it, the gauntlet shooter, the batarang shooter thing. What is it called? The gauntlet gun, whatever. What is it? The grappling gun?
His
grappling gun. His grappler. There we go. In this show, it's sick. It's like a big batarang, and in the middle of it just like opens up, and then just like he can attach it to anything he wants. It doesn't even matter.
So,
Fuck physics.
Yeah, physics don't matter in the show.
Yeah, just like Green Arrow going up the up the road.
The only con that I have, with the exception of it not being serious enough for me when it aired, I'm able to appreciate it now. The only con that I have now with it, and it's not really a con, it's just personal preference. Mark Hamill has ruined me for the voice of an animated Joker. And I can't handle hearing Johnny Bravo's voice in that Joker.
Well, there were only a handful of voice actors on this. I mean, except for like cameos, but like your main voice actors was only done by like, what, 4 or 5 people? Isn't that right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Shout out to Diedrich Bader
that were brought in.
Oswald.
I mean, Kevin Conroy is my Batman, but no, Diedrich Bader is
Right.
fucking so good in this. And he's good. He's so good they brought him back in Harley Quinn.
Which I know it's a total side quest, but that is a thing I did watch before my internet
New
went
season's
wonky.
out. It's pretty good. The pilot's pretty good. They kind of
Well,
changed.
we also, that brings me, if we're going to hit on the Harley Quinn Batman, you guys never did read the damn email I sent you.
What
And,
email? I don't, literally, there is no email.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, where I was going, you guys always deep dive into, Colonel Angus,
Yes.
with Batman. Do you guys remember the old Red Dog beer logo?
The old Red Dog beer? No.
Okay, so let's do this. The old, this is kind of falls into your conspiracies, which falls like if you take the Red Dog beer logo, turn it upside down, it becomes Batman involved with Colonel Angus.
So it's this one with the
dog head?
With
The bulldog head?
the
wait.
bulldog head. Now flip it upside down.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Oh, wow.
I want to do
He's got the cheek spread. No?
Good one.
All you see is the tips of his ears. Man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, his other ears.
Wow. Well, how'd you find this out? Did you flip this over one day?
Well, I mean, hey, look at that. Yeah, that was I just always looked like that. I mean, it's just what you see. It's just what's on the cover, man. Which I don't even think that beer exists. Is Red Dog still a thing?
I'm sure, yeah.
It was garbage. But, yeah.
I see a lot of merch. I don't see a lot of beer.
Hopefully there's some merch with it upside down. I'd like to, if it's not, we need to create it.
I mean, yeah, if this is not a real company no more, we can do it.
They say it's specifically Batman going down on Wonder Woman.
Whoa.
I mean, you see Batman. Well, you only see part of the rest, so I mean, it could be.
No, I'm looking at Reddit right now, specifically. The Reddit post under R Funny says, "From my youth, Red Dog logo flipped upside down. Cover the eyes and ears with your thumbs. Batman going down on Wonder Woman."
James is trying.
I see.
There's about to be a resurgence in Red Dog beer. Remember?
Well, we all know Batman doesn't go down. All right, that is a
Yeah.
canon fact.
Obviously, he does. I mean, the evidence is in front of your face. It was just
Yeah.
This is that stuff that leaks. Yeah, it's like your
It
center
was
eye,
Disney.
the back of the dollar bill, man. It's cryptic stuff. Just like
It's been around
It's
this whole time.
Illuminati.
yeah.
They don't want
the
you.
Illuminati.
The Illuminati doesn't want you to know Batman goes down.
Hey, you're going down on goods is gay this way.
That tongue is only used for saving people.
Jesus.
Yeah, Big Dan, you got a favorite episode in all this?
Well, I kind of just because the Green Lantern one, just because I.
That was a fun episode. That's the one
Yeah.
where Sinestro is still a Green Lantern, so you get the cool like Sinestro kind of doing a heel turn in that episode, and the planet that's like also like a live planet.
Yeah, it introduces all that stuff, so you
Yeah.
get a lot of DC education. I learned so much just between, and this was all, like I said, watching with my son, between watching that and the Justice League cartoon. You learned about so many characters that I wouldn't have heard of otherwise. That they just blend, these kind of more obscure ones.
Yeah, because I mean, also around this same time, they had this show and they had Young Justice, which was a lot more serious than this. And I didn't watch that show either. I was like, whatever, fuck this shit. And then same deal. I watched them later. I was like, this shit's so good. What the fuck is like wrong with my brain now? And then because
you were just a little too old for the.
Yeah.
I came
Emo
full
Jimmy
circle.
wanted.
Yeah.
So,
Emo Jimmy wanted.
if I was
dark.
younger, I wouldn't have never. If I didn't have a kid, I wouldn't have seen this. I wouldn't know it existed, right? And that's true with a lot of cartoons. See, that's like I had mine when I was a little kid, and then I have a nephew that's in his. He's probably about your age, James. So the stuff he would have been watching, I saw just because it was on. So I was a little bit more familiar. Then when my son was growing up, then my next run of cartoons. So that's the only reason I've seen any of these.
yeah, I mean that's also kind of the sad thing because I said there was this show, Young Justice, Green Lantern, and pretty much this is the only show that lasted 3 seasons. Like the other 2 got canceled like pretty fast. And it's because, I guess, younger kids, like especially my age, they just stopped giving a shit, and that's what killed. That's what killed these shows.
When this came out, man, it was exciting for both of us. You know, hey, a new cartoon, because he was watching all that crap from the '80s that I kept force feeding on it in the '90s. So that he got some new stuff out of it.
Did you
growth?
Did you guys see the the show is pretty fucking goofy, but did you guys see the actual like one serious episode called Chill of Night or Chill at Night? Remember it was called
Chill of the Night, I believe.
Do you know season?
I think it's season 2, but it's about Bruce Wayne's parents and Joe Chill.
Yes.
He's like hunting down like his like person who killed his parents or whatever, and that whole episode's serious. Like even though he even like goes back in time and fights like this party with his dad dressed as a bat out of the Halloween costume, but still it's so serious. And you have Adam West who plays Bruce Wayne's dad, and Kevin Conroy's in the episode too. Get 3 Batman in one episode.
3 Batman in one episode.
Wham.
How do you handle it?
No, it's like, so that's a thing that again I genuinely appreciate more so about this one, where at least in my experience and what I've seen of it in Batman the Animated Series, when they would add humor, and they wouldn't go full goofy. They would add good jokes. They would, highbrow type stuff, right? This has no problem playing to like slightly baser instincts, right? Like when in Batboy and Ruben, when they land against the fertile whatevers, and it's all those women, Ruben goes like honk honk as they go to attack them. And I'm like,
what are you talking about? That's a jiu-jitsu move, man.
That's how Big Dan defends himself.
That's really how he protects the world.
Just a whole line of purple nurples.
All right, we're about an hour into the show, so I'm also we'll keep talking about Batman, but I'm gonna throw the number up here. Whoever wants to call us, feel free to do so.
Do it.
Just don't get us banned.
Do get us banned. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
He's leaving. I put the number up
done.
And he quits the show.
Over, Johnny.
He's gonna come back with a tuck and do a tuck dance.
Yeah, honestly said, I really like the show. Like, it really grew on me in a way where I honestly feel like this is perfect. And like I said, and it's what I kind of... So, James Gunn's new Batman movie is called The Brave and the Bold. That's, like, what they're titling it. No, you guys think it's good? What?
Is he going to show up with a blue outfit on?
Probably.
Who, me?
No, the new one.
Oh.
What are you saying? You left and then you interrupted me. What are you saying? What do you got? What are you doing?
No, I thought I was completely prepared. for tonight. I wasn't. So I went and I got prepared. I had to get some stitch markers. I know how you love it when I have like distractions. So I had to get some stitch markers.
At least you're not
eating.
It was
nothing for the show. It was just him crocheting or whatever the hell he's doing.
It's knitting, bro. Like, you got to get that one right. Like, that's a thing where it's like, that could be a problem, Big Dan. Like,
do you ever teach others how to knit?
Well, I can teach you how to knit quick and fast.
I'd love to know how to knit.
Yeah, I can show you like I can show you 3 things in literally an afternoon that will just get you going. Like a simple cast on, and then when I explain, like, the stitches are the easiest thing. The stitches are the easiest things to understand. Like literally, it is just a loop around another loop. That's it. And the 2 basic stitches, the knit stitch and the purl stitch. The purl is the reverse side of the knit, so it's basically one stitch. One stitch. That's all you need to know.
So you think Batman knits his own costume?
PBS show Ben Johnson's tiny needle.
I've been thinking, like, you know what would be fun would be like I should do a YouTube channel that's me teaching people how to knit. Like that would be fun. That would be a good time.
Can you be in like a rocking chair?
Just knitting shit.
Just drinking and knitting, bro. That's it.
It's like Bob Ross,
I can
but for
tell
That's
you.
the name of the show. I mean, you got it. Drinking and knitting.
Drinking and
Can you like
Sitting
just sit on like a
and
big
knitting.
wooden deck?
Sitting and knitting. I'd call it hitting stitches.
Can
I
you
thought
like,
this
be
through.
on some like cabin like kind of deck outside, a big like wooden like rocking chair? And just
Oh my god. Listen, dude. Listen. All I want to do for the rest of my life is sit and knit. Like you guys don't even understand. You just don't. It's there's nothing better in this world. One of these days, James, if you're very nice to me, I might knit you a Batman cowl. We'll see what happens.
I'd wear it on air.
We'll see what happens.
That's my Halloween costume.
I make no promises.
Well, so do you think Batman knits his own
Exit,
costume?
Y'all, I just realized what
Have
time
a-
it was.
Liz is out.
I don't know, Liz. Good to see you.
So
I love y'all.
do you give it what do you rate it? You're gonna
Liz.
give it the what do you got for us?
Gonna give it the one that I cannot say.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Brr, 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 brr.
Going that far.
I'm gonna
Dang.
pull it up and pull it up. Brr, 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 brr. Oh no! Oh, there we go. We got it.
I really enjoy coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Don't we all? Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us,
Take
Liz.
care, Liz.
Bye bye.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna fix this camera now. Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I love this show. Actually, like, fuck, it's just like so much fun. Like every episode is just like really goes on an adventure. So what I was trying to say before you interrupted me before, Ben, you wanted to talk about knitting. So James Gunn's new movie is called Batman: Brave and the Bold. Well, not his new movie, but like in the new DC realm of movies he's putting out. Oh, I dropped my camera. I'm not gonna be able to talk about this at all. I got like a nice thing to say and I can't even fucking say it. All right. So yeah, well, James Gunn's DC Universe Batman: Brave and the Bold. I think that the movie it was not gonna like totally reflect this show in the same sense, but I imagine that his version of Batman is gonna play more big adventure the way that this show does it. If that makes sense.
That's what I was asking. Is he going to show up in the gray and the blue?
I think so. I think the James Gunn Batman is going to be gray and blue.
Awesome.
And I think that's how you do it because, we're still going to have the Robert Pattinson Batman. And I think it's going to be a way for them to give you your cake and eat it too. Where it's like, look, you got your detective brooding emo Batman over here. And then we got big adventure, blue and gray, Batman and Robin.
Yeah, do it
over
right.
here.
What they were trying to do in the later, well, I say later because I'm an old bastard, but the Clooney and the other dude.
Yeah, I love Batman Forever.
Chris O'Donnell. America's Chris O'Donnell.
I can't get over Kung Fu Laundry.
I love Kung Fu Laundry. Kung Fu Laundry is...
Kung Fu Laundry and Bat Nipples.
All right, they does have bat nipples. But I love Batman Forever. I got no problems saying it.
I think Batman Forever is one of the better ones.
It's Batman and Robin that shits the bed.
Like, I like Batman and Robin, but it's definitely... Yeah, it's kind of... It jumps the shark in that sense, I feel like.
We get
Yeah,
all
they
the
lost
bat
me
the
after, the Penguin. Is that Returns? The second.
That
one?
Batman Returns is, the one with Penguin.
Yeah. That's fantastic. But but what? I'm trying to think what year that would have been. I probably quit paying attention to.
Batman Returns is 92.
No, I should have still been paying attention. I'd been 12.
You were paying attention.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we're
still
getting a
remember.
phone call. We're getting a phone call. I'm going to answer it.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy from Bayonne.
To accept.
Oh, it's that poor little sick boy
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
What up, party people?
Oh, shit.
No.
Jimmy, what's happening, brother?
What's going on? Happy 200th, baby.
Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, you're here on air with, me, Romalo, Ben, and Big Dan.
It's
What up,
been
Big
a
Dan? What up,
while,
Romalo?
Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
So you excited for Steeler Fest, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, I'm real juiced.
You're gonna be. You don't sound that enthused. That's the most fake enthusiasm I've ever heard in my life.
He's
What?
juicy
Are you
for
kidding
it.
I am fucking. I was born ready. That's why I don't sound juiced. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
But you're gonna be on stage.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
What? No. You've been. No, you haven't.
It's
You don't
Jimmy's
practice.
make-a-wish to play drums with Steeler.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's this narrative for little Jimmy from Bayonne that I'm dying? Where did that come from?
You're
I'm
not.
drunk and I just said it.
You're not dying.
I like it. No, now I am. Yeah.
I thought you had a flesh-eating disease that was chewing at your testicles.
You just fucked up
I'm
the
dying-
whole
I'm
GoFundMe I
dying.
was gonna put up.
It's a Steeler Fest.
Wait, what'd you say, Jimmy?
I said I'm dying to get to Steeler Fest.
Ah, the most metal Monday of your life.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
you guys
huge thing.
Want to talk about Batman?
Yeah, you ever watch Batman: Brave and the Bold?
Hell no.
So, little Jimmy, as far as your favorite Batman cartoon, what helps you while you're suffering from whatever testicular
Parasite.
disaster?
Yeah, testicular parasite.
This elephantitis of the nuts.
What is your favorite
Batman
Batman to watch?
Well, honestly, man, I'm gonna shoot straight with you here. I've only watched Batman the animated series, and I really did enjoy it.
I mean, that's all you need. I mean, this show is great. I actually highly recommend this show. It's pretty goofy in an actual smart, funny way, and not like annoying.
There's still a lot of action, though. That's what
Yeah.
makes it fun.
There is a lot of action, a lot of hot, dirty action in this. It's a good watch.
Can I ask one question?
Go.
Quest away, Johnny.
Does it got titties?
It has no titties. I am so
Yeah,
sorry.
They do try to
zero
honk a few titties. There's some attempted honking.
Yes.
Oh, Robin tries to honk the titties.
Robin tries to honk a titty at one point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. I do have a fun Batman story though.
All right.
Tell us. Go.
So I'm about Ben and Big Dan's age, 42. I fucking loved the first Michael Keaton Batman, worshipped it. Then my grandma, Dorothy, she took me to see that one in the theater, and then she took me to see Batman Returns. So what year is that, like 92?
92.
Yep.
92, okay.
Fun
So
fact, I can name every single year a Batman movie came out.
Okay. So I was just on the cusp of like going through puberty and like, becoming, too tough to hang out with my grandma. And so she took me to see Batman Returns. And that shit made me so sad. And it took every ounce of my power not to bust out crying in front of my grandma in the theater. Like 11 years old.
You're one of the
I had to
kids
save
that.
it for when we like.
You're one of the kids at the movie. Like that was a big uproar that it made a bunch of kids cry, and they stopped selling McDonald's toys. So you're part of the kids that ruined McDonald's and Batman.
He was one of the criers.
No, I didn't cry. I held it in until I got home and went to the bathroom and cried.
It was the proper place to do it.
Why are people crying during Batman Returns? Why?
Because it's horrifying, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that too.
She fucking dies at the end.
That's pretty gross. I mean, Penguin is disgusting. But I mean, as a kid, I always loved it. But I mean, have you watched it since you've been a kid? Like, do you like it more now?
No,
all?
I loved it. No, don't get me wrong. I loved it, and I love it now. But it just, when Catwoman, like, sacrifices herself at the end, that fucked me up.
Oh,
Even
that
though
was-
you see her silhouette later.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still alive later.
Yeah.
She's still good.
Bro, she's there. Yeah, Catwoman, she's okay. She got 9 whole ass lives.
Because she's a cat.
And that scene's awesome too. She takes the taser and puts it in her mouth, and then she kisses fucking Christopher Walken, and then they just explode.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, great movie.
And then Batman runs over to go see the carnage, and it's just this like fried fucking Christopher Walken. Like, his hair sticks.
It's like Daniel Stern in Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's how I want to go out, kissing Christopher Walken.
There's also the big Batman flub in that scene too when he rips off his mask.
His mask, you're right, because back in the day they didn't want to show Batman wore eyeliner, so if you watch that scene, he's like ripping the mask off, and it's the regular mask, and then they cut for a second, then they cut back, and he's clearly ripping off just like another fake rubber mask, just so he doesn't have eyeliner on.
Which seems silly that you ruin your mask every time you have to take it off.
Yeah.
How long? Okay, so here's a great question. How long do you think it takes Michael Keaton's Batman to get ready to go out and fight crime?
Oh, there's no way he puts like hours. I mean, how can you put that whole thing on yourself?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then it's like you look at like maybe like even like a Christian Bale or something. Those suits feel like they're easier to get into. Like, but the Michael Keaton one to go out and fight crime, that feels like that's a process.
Functionality that suit makes no. He can't even turn his head. He has no peripheral vision.
I mean, what if you got to take a piss?
You can't,
dude.
Your
You got to
urethra.
drop the utility belt. That's dangerous. Who knows what's going to fall out of it?
Bat diapers.
That's my
Bat diapers.
my favorite quote. Probably because my favorite quote like that Ben Affleck talks about when he was cast as Batman was that he asked Christian Bale like, "Hey, you have any advice about playing Batman?" And all Christian Bale said was, "Make sure you can piss in the suit."
Nice. Nice.
So
Because you're gonna be stuck in that fucking thing.
yeah, I mean Val Kilmer talked about how he had constant panic attacks and like felt like he was like stuck, isolated because you couldn't hear anything out of the back howl and you have no peripheral vision and you can't turn your head, so you're just this like
Yeah, it don't seem like it's made for crime fighting.
No, but it looks awesome.
It's not like Adam West's like
But also-
pajama leotard.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is perfect for crime fighting.
Adam West could move. That motherfucker could get around. He could bat 2C.
He would
Could
dance?
do all of it.
It's like that George
Yeah.
Costanza bit. It's all about the cotton. It's all about the fabric.
It's. I
I gotta
agree.
say, but also, Val Kilmer was probably having panic attacks because he was like poked out of his fucking mind.
Probably. Because my other favorite Batman quote is that Joel Schumacher said that the two greatest things Val Kilmer ever did for me was agree to be cast as Batman and then agree to not come back as Batman.
Let's not shit on him too much. Tombstone's one of the greatest movies.
I do love to. I'm a Val Kilmer fan. I mean,
Top Secret.
Top Secret.
Yeah.
Fucking Willow.
Real genius.
I mean, Val Kilmer, The Doors. He
Yeah.
is Jim Morrison. Are you kidding me? Like he looks just like fucking Jim Morrison.
You're gonna
It's
fuck
crazy.
with Iceman? Go fuck yourself.
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's on my long list of movies that I haven't seen.
Top Gun?
Yep, that's one of
Top Gun?
The homoerotic summer thriller.
them. I always thought it was a chick flick. I've
Top
never
Gun
seen
good?
it.
You like watching dudes play volleyball, Dan?
Flying
In
airplane.
slow motion, in the nice warm heat.
I've only seen the second Top Gun, which is
that what
pretty
it's about?
awesome.
Entirely. It's just a montage of like hot dudes playing volleyball.
Just
That's all
slow
the-
motion Baywatch scenes, just over and over, just a little bit.
That's it, bro. Oiled up men playing volleyball.
That's my
just for you.
military.
So
Yeah, I saw Top Gun when I was like 7, and I thought it was whack.
That's before you grew up, though, right? Before you discovered self.
Is
right?
that before you
Little
after you cried during
before he was
Batman?
Little Jimmy, when he was Mini Jimmy.
when he was Mini Jimmy.
I think Mini Jimmy still wanted big boobs in his movies.
Little Jimmy want big boobs.
I will say this about Little Jimmy Adamson, though. Arguably the best reviewer on Letterboxd, has saved me so much time, like in movies not to watch because there are no boobies. So thank you, Little Jimmy, for the service that you provide.
You don't have to thank me. I'm just doing my job.
Little Jimmy's like,
he's
kid.
like Batman of Letterboxd.
He's not the hero we need. He's not the
Well,
hero
that's
we
what I
need
was
right
gonna
now,
say.
but the one we deserve.
I don't need Mr. Skin anymore because I have Little Jimmy. Like it's an amazing thing.
But he's actually just the opposite. He's telling you what to stay away from instead of what to go and find. Don't waste your time with it. Yeah, no, it's a good service. Absolutely.
Exactly. That's the way I look at it.
I'm just
I needed that
imagining.
validation.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, young man. And thank you for being a valuable and continued listener here at Totally Toonular. Wonderful contributor. Fucking, God bless Little Jimmy and the things he does for us.
Little Jimmy. Cheers
Wait,
to you, Little Jimmy.
I want to say one more thing.
Say it.
Shout out to Ronnie for getting pardoned today.
Yeah!
All right, that's it.
All right, you're by Little Jimmy Adamson.
See you guys. Love you. Bye.
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 Look at that. You all can have fun conversations if you give us a call. So come hang out. Give us a call. I want to leave it open for a while. All I'm imagining is Little Jimmy Adamson's young Bud from the Christmas episode of Married with Children, where he's like, Hooters, Playboys, Hooters, Playboys, Hooters, Playboys.
Biggins.
So Ben, did you see the Music Maestro episode?
So I'll tell you mostly what I watched. I may have. I saw most of season 1 and a large portion of season 2. They do all start to blend together because I would be watching from
right, and you don't like to look at the list that we
10
provide.
to about 2 a.m. You didn't give a list.
I
did
sent
you?
the list. Yeah, Romalo, did I send a list?
I got a list.
I sent the list. I didn't send it to Big Dan. I didn't send
I
it.
came in late though.
Yeah, I didn't send it to Big Dan, but I definitely sent a list.
I don't think I got a list, bro.
It's in the group chat. I will literally fucking... I'll fucking pull it up right here.
This is just Ben admitting that he puts all your texts in spam.
No, James knows that's not true.
Look, you can't have to scroll that far. I sent it fucking literally Thursday, 10 a.m. right here.
Oh.
Lizzie responded, thank you.
Oh, yeah, no, I ignore list. Okay, well, we've determined that, and we determined that I have a selective memory. No, I don't know. Describe Music Maestro to me.
So, starring Neil Patrick Harris, and it starts off the whole episode is played like a straight musical. It has a weird overture, a cold open to it. And then it's so this guy, Music Maestro, who's played by Neil Patrick Harris, and he can sing, and when he sings, he makes everyone else sing, and he controls everybody as he's singing.
Okay.
And then so first he takes the Justice League is fighting Gorilla Grodd, I think Clock King. Do you remember all the heroes in it?
There's a lot. The
villains,
the Aquaman villain, Mantis.
Yeah, Black Manta was in it. So they're all fighting, and then this guy just shows up and starts singing, and then all the villains and heroes just all get stuck, and they're now
Black Canary was a big one in that one.
Yeah, and then so Batman's able to use Black Canary because Maestro ends up falling in love with her, but if she sings too loud, she fucking canaries air out her voice.
Right. So, okay. Do not remember it specifically. Thank you.
It's great.
But what I will say is this: Neil Patrick Harris has done a weird thing for a while. In this, he's like a musician, like a maestro.
Yeah.
In Doctor Who, he recently been like a game master.
Yeah, he was
like,
the toy guy.
Yeah. So like he's got this weird sort of like manipulative.
And, you know,
thing
this
that-
would have came out around the same time as, I don't know if you watched that Josh Whedon movie, Dr. Horrible sing along.
No.
You've never seen it? It's like Neil Patrick Harris. What's his face? Why am I blanking on his name now?
Fillion?
Nathan Fillion, and then the other chick, Felicia Day, I think it is. It's the third one that's in it. Dr. Horrible sing along. It was pretty awesome. I'm surprised you've never
Really?
seen it.
Okay.
It's like like Neil Patrick Harris is like a supervillain. He sings like evil songs trying to take out Nathan Fillion.
Like I've seen the box, and it's like him on the front of
Yes.
it, and he's got like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
big
yeah.
like light and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the box. I haven't watched it though.
Yeah, man, I haven't watched it in like fucking forever. But yeah, I don't know. Like, so I said, like that would have came out around the same time as this. So it's funny that he played. It's like he was just in a mood to be like, I'm gonna be a singing villain at this point in my life right now. But it's such a good episode. I'm not even a big musical guy, and just thought it was super fun. The songs were actually surprisingly good. They even did a whole CBGB like reference.
TBTB.
Yeah, it was called TBTB.
But he's like, but with Neil Patrick Harris, that makes sense. Like theater's kind of in his blood. You know what I mean? Like,
and he's honestly a great voice. And the whole the songs in there are so good. Like you feel like you're listening to like a full musical. Like the way like their voices kind of like, I don't know, Romano, maybe you can help me. Like the way they projecting.
It felt like a Broadway show.
Yeah.
It was like they had their numbers, they had choreography. One song led into the next.
And then a commercial break would happen, and then I guess you curtains come in and just like close. And then when it comes back, the curtains open up again, like the play is starting.
So that is a thing that I noticed throughout this, and I'll just say this does have some of the best transitions to and from commercial that I've seen in like kids TV in a long time. They're very aware that this is the point where we cut. This is like our 12-minute break for the commercials or whatever. They're very, very aware. Another thing that I noticed that this show does that I genuinely do appreciate, a lot of times the cold opens are like 4 to 6 minutes long.
They go on for a while. Yeah.
They're like a third of the episode, and then it's like it's one of those deals where, you know, it's cool because you just jump right into the story, and then you might get the opening. Like in the Batmite one, I love that Batmite jumps in. They're 6 minutes into the episode, and he's like, "You know what you're watching," and they fast forward through the rest of the fucking intro. It's great. That is genius.
Yeah, watch this one episode with Batman and Robin, and it starts with them younger. And it's like, literally goes on, like, they scale a building. They do the fucking, like, classic 60s Batman, like, wall walk up. They have a huge fight with the villain. Robin blinds the guy. It's like some paint villain. And then the fucking opening comes. And then they skip back to present day after the opening. But that whole, like, the opening itself was fucking, like, the cold open was, like 5-6 minutes long. And it was like its own fucking episode.
I don't know, man. I really do, like, I appreciate that. And then, like, it's just cool that it doesn't immediately jump with the theme song. Like, you go from one, you're right into
like I said, in the musical episode, it's basically like an overture. Like, it opens up with Maestro walking out on stage, and they're just, like, playing music. And then it's like the intro starts.
Come on. That's awesome.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to be the next casualty. I'm going to check out. I got to get up at the butt crack of dawn and do it all over again tomorrow, guys. So,
what are you going to rate this show? What do you got for us?
Oh, it's I'm riding with Liz on this one.
I really enjoy coming.
Leo is going to make it happen.
I really enjoy coming.
I'm pretty sure I I'm almost positive I saw this when it very first aired, or at least DVR'd it. We saw it when it very first aired. So no, this has got good memories to it. And it was fun to kind of go back. I watched through probably close to all the first season just in the background.
Were you able to get your kid to watch it again? Reconnect?
No, my kids don't come out of their rooms.
Hey, you want to just reconnect with Dad and watch some Batman for a bit?
No, I got a TV in the kitchen.
They're like, I'm too busy with my new cat.
Exactly. Yeah, or hiding 3 or 4 more. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Sorry I can't make it to Steeler Fest. I definitely wanted to. Got to meet the man one of these days. We're officially collaborating now.
Yeah.
And now we know the demise of my dead pig. It was shot between the eyes by Steeler Wick.
Yes.
So, so we'll have to put a buddy comedy cartoon together with Steeler's little screaming skull cartoon and my dead pig. We got to put that on. Make it happen, guys.
Like, can we?
The pig in the skull.
All right,
Can
well,
we?
all right, but
Dan,
I'm out,
good to
guys.
see you.
Thanks a lot. You get the payback sauce. If it's people need more of it, it is for sale and can be delivered straight to your house.
You hear that, people?
I'll help you sticker some bottles in a couple of days.
Awesome. All right, guys.
See you, Dan.
Happy
Big
200.
Dan.
Sorry we didn't get a meatloaf this time. We'll do
Yeah.
better for 3. Don't double book for 300.
I'll find someone else to make a meatloaf. You guys can have a meatloaf off.
Oh, a cook-off. That would be cool. That would be fun. All right, guys. We're out. See you, bud.
All right,
Later,
peace
man.
out.
Later.
Man, everyone just dropping out on us, coming in late. What even is this show anymore?
Comes in late, leaves early. What are we doing here?
200 episodes in.
He's the Fonzie of the show, I guess.
That's it.
When Big Dan is
That's
on, that's
it.
when we jump the shark. It's too far.
But no, man. Like,
Another Modelo?
Yep.
oh,
No, I was just
got-
talking about beer. What are you saying?
oh, I thought you were like you got another one. I thought we had another phone call, James.
No, I wish. Come on, people,
Lines
call
dead.
in. I mean, I didn't really promote it, but also I didn't really want to promote it, so you know.
Why would you promote a call-in show?
Yeah.
Why? What's the point in that? There's no fun there.
Just call
There's
in.
no fun in that.
Baba Booey, Howard Stern.
Howard Stern, small penis. No, dude, I really don't know what else to kind of say about this show overall. Like it makes me very happy in the fact that, like, again, this is a Batman that I can get behind.
So, would you
It's
want to see something like this live action? Like, is this what you want James Gunn to do with his Batman?
I would love it. I would
How
absolutely.
far in like the meter of like extremely goofy like this, or like animated series? Like where?
But I don't even think this is that extremely.
You don't think
goofy.
this is that extremely goofy?
No.
This is pretty fucking goofy.
It's fun. It's
He like
fun.
saves Abe Lincoln in one episode.
That's also a Mind episode. It seems like all the Mind episodes were the ones with the zany
But still,
shit.
he goes to like space, travels through time. There's the one episode Etrigan where they just teleport him to like the 1800s just to solve a mystery with Sherlock Holmes.
I loved that one.
I loved it too.
I loved it. Like, so I do want to see more sort of like that level of comic booky Batman. I think we've been fed the broody Batman long enough. I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying I dislike it, but I would like to see a thing where Batman has to use more than just his detective skills, where he's actually got to do some, wits. He's got to have some real wits about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he can dip into the goofy. If all of his villains are always that serious, come on.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of hoping in the movie, which I mean, not that I know, I haven't heard anything, but that's what I kind
Your
of
friend
imagine.
James Gunn hasn't called you.
Nah, he hasn't called me up yet. I got to call a certain guy in Ohio. He seems to know the answers.
Yeah.
But no, but like, I mean, especially with a title like Brave and the Bold, and they said they're going to introduce the Bat Family. Like, I do feel like it has to be a kind of bigger, broader Batman. I kind of want that too. Like, that's why I kind of like that we're gonna have the Pattinson Batman still. So you get this darker Batman over here, and then the main, Justice League big story Batman is gonna be like, yeah, they'll have all the fun gadgets and the cool cars and like the sidekicks and all like the kitschy, tongue-in-cheek kind of fun Batman stuff, and feel like a big adventure. That's really what I want in a James Gunn movie, is a big adventure kind of Batman.
You're gonna have a bunch of nerds crying out about it's too bright. I don't like this.
Yeah. I mean, I hate blue and gray Batman, but I said I think they're giving us our cakes and eating it too. At this, you know what I mean?
Dude, I really, and I mean, maybe that'll be the one that he gets wrong, but I don't know. I just think that even if it's blue and gray, you can mute that, you can play with those colors without it having to be exceptionally bright. I don't think that's a huge thing. But I could also just be a guy who is fine with change.
I mean, so am I. So that's why I'm in for it.
I think they got it right in the Flash movie. They did the blue and gray.
They did do the blue and gray. I mean, a lot of people hate that bat suit though.
I didn't
the
mind
backflip
it. The colors weren't like over the top.
He just wears like a weird, like I don't know how else to describe it, so I'm gonna describe it this way. But he's got this weird like bra thing on, and I don't know why it's there, what it is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know, yes.
It's because I think Affleck was like probably the biggest Batman they've had, and he's so broad. Like his pec tits were just like out there, and there's just no way to hide
look
it.
at this shit, dude. It's like he's got this like weird bra thing going on here, and then it's like this like scaly like. I just don't get the suit. Like I don't think it even looks bad. I just don't understand it. And then he's got
I didn't notice all that detail at the.
Yeah, he's got these weird little thigh things going here. Like, what are these things? Like, what even is it?
It's hot garbage. He doesn't even look happy to be there.
I mean, he said it was the most fun he's had playing Batman. But I will say I do like that sequence, and that's what I imagine. I think that sequence is what James Gunn's Batman movie is going to be like, where it's going to be like chasing these villains like on these big tank crashing through the streets, and Batman's going to be like swinging next to them and like throwing different gadgets at him. It kind of feels like this big thing.
Right. And like the Pattinson Batman, I think is great because that does play into everything you want the detectives to be, right? Those noir type stories, those like I think that's perfect. I think that's great. But at the same time, yeah, James, like give me more goof in my Batman.
Yeah, I mean, I said I've been against goof and Batman, but for so long, I really wish I gave this show a chance when I was younger. But I guess maybe I just wasn't, my brain just was not, I didn't get it, just wasn't the right time.
Right, you hadn't evolved yet enough to appreciate the nostalgia of it all.
I didn't know what I had when I had it,
You ain't know what you got until it was gone, James.
Because there's actually a show they made. They joke about it in the finale, but I don't want to talk about the finale yet. But they want to do a serious Batman after this, and they joke about it in the finale, like, oh, here's the new CG Batman. But that's like what they did after the show aired. They made like it lasted one season. It's called Beware the Batman, and it's meant to be darker with like weirder villains. Like it doesn't have the Joker. It doesn't have any main villains. Like the main villain in the first episode is like, it's like Dr. Pig or something. He's like a surgeon that's like fucking like loves to cut people or whatever, like take body parts.
I know Dr. Pig. I've heard of Dr. Pig. Yeah. What?
And it's like part of it's pretty good, but the CG's a little bland. Like the Gotham itself looks like bland. There's no like art direction there. But the show is good. It's dark, but it's just like that show lasted one season. This lasted 3 seasons, and I think I just feel like this actually works better. What makes a Batman show? Like I feel like this show, honestly, you can make it right now. I think this show could have gone on for like 10 years. You could have done anything with this Batman.
Forever. And like, so we talk about Gotham as a character, and I didn't notice it so much in this one. It's not the same character that it is in Batman the Animated Series. Like Gotham there, the way that is portrayed, I think, is sort of like quintessential Gotham.
And sometimes the show tries to emulate it. Like sometimes they'll do the red skies in some of the buildings, but I feel like this Gotham changes to whatever the episode wants it to be.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm in a different town all the time.
Yeah.
It's whatever Gotham you need it to be in.
But that's why I feel like this show could have gone on. I mean, it can still exist now because I think what makes this Batman so good is that it can be whatever they want it to be. Whatever story that they're like, we want to make this week about this Batman, they can do anything. He can be in space. He can go to hell. He could be serious. He can have a musical. It can literally do whatever you want with this Batman. Anything.
And that's perfect. Like, that's the Batman you want. Like, I think so, because that's what the world's greatest detective should be able to do. He should be able to go into space.
Yeah.
If he needs to, if it calls for it, like, send his ass to space.
Like,
That's perfect.
and then, like, did you see the episode where, like, it goes through time? Like, Batman's life? It's like, I think it's called Legends of Tomorrow? Well, you told me the episode.
Knights of Tomorrow.
Knights of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, it starts off with just Batman, and then he, like, meets Catwoman. There's, like, the fucking voiceover. Then they have a kid, and then his kid is like, I don't want to be Batman. He's like, well, you gotta be Batman.
You're gonna have to be Batman, boy.
But I don't want to be Batman, Dad.
But then you get Robin, too. You get Dick Grayson, who's, like, Kid Robin, then Nightwing, and then he becomes Batman. And then Bruce Wayne fucking dies.
Yeah, Damien's like, but I could have saved them if I could have been the boy they wanted me to be.
And then that carries into the future. Then you go even further, where then Damien's old and he has his own kid who's Robin. And then it turns out it was just fucking Alfred doing a Stand By Me and just like writing it, you know, into a book.
He was writing his 50 Shades of Batman.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Batman. So like that's there was another one where they toyed with Batman and his aging, which I really like, but it's a reverse aging, and it's the one after the Bat Knight.
Right,
It's
becomes a
him and
baby.
the Shazam family.
Yeah, the Shazam
Yeah, you
guy.
were talking about it before.
I love that one.
That was a good
I
one.
love that. Little baby Batman is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
And the best part is at the very end when he can't say any words, they still cut to him for dialogue.
Yeah, I wish I could remember every single line that Batman says, because he has like a retort about justice and like everything. You know what I mean?
See-
It's like, what are you doing here? He's like, justice never sleeps or whatever. Like he just has like a fucking rebuttal to like everything.
To any and everything said. And like, so that's the one thing where I think they might that almost feels like more of a Superman-y type thing. Like it would make more sense to me if Superman were the one making little witty comments or retorts because he's America's Boy Scout. I do think they get just a bit almost too jokey with Batman in that. Batman's good at some one-liners, but like usually in battle.
But for me,
Right?
it's like, it comes down to Diedrich Bader's like delivery.
Yeah.
Like he's just got such a good way that he'll like say something about justice, and I just find him like, I just believe that that's Batman, and it's funny. Like,
well, Diedrich. Fuck, sorry.
no, don't get
Sorry.
sick don't bring that COVID to Steelerfest.
I am not bringing any diseases to Steelerfest. I was gonna say Diedrich Bader is like fucking national treasure though. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
Current
Oswald from
stinks.
the Drew Carey Show.
Fucking King Shark now officially.
Yeah, so fucking great. Which I did finally catch up to Creature Commandos as well. So
The finale was great. I love
that was very good.
Yeah.
man,
See, I mean, and I want to sidetrack a little bit. We talked about it during an episode that James is going to love to fuck with the story in the sense of like what the villain is. And then it
Right.
kind of all comes back around that chick was the bad guy all along. And then the way that like they ended with spoilers for whoever hasn't watched it, but the way they ended where like Bride of Frankenstein just shoots her in the head, like no big battle, none of the crazy shit. Like it's just she was just talking to her, and then boom, bullet to the face.
Done. That is like that's awesome. It also when you talk about like heroes and villains in that last little bit when they're putting her into the cell, you and your team and your extra space. It also goes hard on the fact that, you know what, even though they're the heroes, you know, who is the hero? Who is the villain? Waller and them are complicit in a lot of shit. So
And Waller fucked up. It's like, yeah, are they heroes? They're just monsters who work for the government.
Yup. Like, whoa, dude, that's very apropos right now.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. We'll probably talk about the rest of it soon at some point. Because
monsters that work for the government, James. What?
Conspiracy theorist.
Today.
And GI comes back, which is not my favorite. I mean, I know he looks awesome in his like new body and whatever, but I wish he stayed as like skinny little weird GI robot.
They also hinted at the new people in the squad too for that.
Right, nose for a titty or something.
Nose for titty.
It's like I'm not wrong. It's like whatever. I'm not saying it right though, but
Nefertiti?
No, it's supposed to be like Nosferatu, but it's like
it's a woman.
Yeah.
Hot.
I mean, you saw it, didn't you? Fucking.
I did. I like that they introduced. What bummed me out? What is it? And Nina is
Here
gone, right?
Nosfertata.
Nosfertata. A frittata, is that not? That is like a Mexican.
That sounds like my Taco Bell order. Can I get a grilled chicken on a Nosfertata?
No. So Nina's gone, right?
It seems like she did. Yeah. Which is wild because
Dead.
like James Gunn gives them the most dramatic fucking story, and then it's like, oh yeah, now she's fucking murdered. The one time she does anything.
Dude, that whole bit with her dad, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was crazy to me.
Yeah, and
like,
she only was in prison for existing.
Shot in the back by some fucking cop. Like, what the hell?
I mean, my favorite backstory is the Phosphorus backstory, where fucking Rupert Thorne, like, murders his family.
But he goes ape wild because he just doesn't care. He kills children, too, after that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And he goes crazy, he murders his family, and then fucking Batman. But what I liked about it is that all those people had a reason to end up in prison at some point. They did something fucked up.
Wait, what about not Weasel? What's his name? The animal.
Weasel.
He didn't do anything.
Well, he didn't do anything, but it did seem like he was doing something. Nina literally did nothing except for exist.
Right, he was good. Okay.
Like, literally just existed, and people were just like, you're a freak. And then went...
Freak!
Yeah, and you're going to prison. So, yeah.
Get her away!
This gets me very excited for the...
They say ribbit, frog.
Yeah.
Like, ribbit, frog. What the fuck, dude?
Fucking bullies.
Like, I felt so bad for her the entire time watching that. That was harrowing.
Yeah, but before I get into the finale of Batman Brave and the Bold, I didn't talk about my other favorite character on this show, which I haven't talked about at all yet. It's fucking Plastic Man.
It's so good, dude.
Plastic Man is so awesome.
Plastic Man in this is hysterical.
It makes me want a Plastic Man show, movie, anything. Come on.
He seemed like the Bane in Harley Quinn. Like
exactly.
Like the shit on hero.
Just there for like straight up comedic effect, like helps sort of save the day a couple of times.
And former criminal.
Really just a foil, and yeah, more of a criminal. When I think it's one of the first episodes that he shows up in. Him and Batman go out. There's like the jewel thing, and he hands Batman the loot, and he's like, it's all there, you can count it. And Batman goes, I don't need to do that, I trust you. And he's like, really? And you get this whole like, I could have fucking taken all of this shit and you would never know because he trusts me. Like, Plastic Man was funny.
There's a really good episode. I think it's later. I think it's season 2. I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but it was the one where we get Plastic Man's villain Rubberneck in it, and Kite Man is also the main villain. That episode is so good, and it's like, and it really, because we have the Kite Man show. Kite Man is hilarious, but it really actually makes Kite Man into like an actual like real villain. Like he's such a like evil fuck. Like, and he outsmarted both of them when he like tricked them into like going chasing after Rubberneck, and then kidnaps fucking Plastic Man's family and strings them up on a fucking kite.
Well, so that's the other thing that I enjoyed about this, is because to that fucking point, that exact point, you get these characters like a Plastic Man, then you get like what feels like a genuine D-lister, a Kite Man, and then it does what it should. Like, all of the villains, even though they're cartoony and stupid, they still feel like bad dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like as cartoony as they are, they're still somehow not. They feel like bad dudes.
I think that's like the tone of the show. What it does well is that you can just have these weird ass villains and then make them make sense and make them feel like they're formidable. Like I said, the one where earlier Batman and Robin, the villain that Robin blinded was literally some paint villain who was like stealing some sort of magic light thing that had colors in it. And he had like henchmen that were like 3 different like just like like paint splotch colors. It was like just a purple, a red, and like a blue guy, and he looked like a Picasso with like dots on him. But like that wouldn't work in like the animated series so much, or like these dark, like a Christopher Nolan movie. But this Batman, you can fucking do whatever you want.
It makes so much sense. And then it's like, so that's the other thing is like, and I know over the years the Rogues Gallery has changed, and then they've taken some of these like beloved goofy villains and tried to give them like a harder edge, right?
Yeah.
Like they've tried.
I mean,
to
even the
toughen up
Riddler,
some-
even the Riddler in the new Batman, they really try to make him not goofy.
Right. And I do think there's a weird point to where, like, Jim Carrey's Riddler, best Riddler. like
yeah.
I don't care about Paul Danko's Riddler that much. I like the Jim Carrey Riddler.
No, so do I. That feels like Riddler. But like in the same context, like Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face, I think sucks. And I think because they're playing that kind of same bit rather than try to be something else.
He goes too hard in the paint. Like, he could still look as wild and crazy as he does, but if he did something different with his character, he's trying to match what Jim Carrey's doing in that, and Tommy Lee Jones ain't Jim Carrey.
One of my favorites. Also, this
Seriously.
is my third. This is my now. I've said my third favorite Batman quote I've heard about on set about Batman Forever. Apparently, Tommy Lee Jones turned to Jim Carrey one day and just goes like, "I hate you. I can no longer sanction your buffoonery."
I can no longer sanction your buffoonery. I'm waiting for the day somebody says that to me.
That's gonna be the day I find like we're gonna be like a quarter of the way through Camp Nudaway, and that's when I leave. I'm gonna be like, Ben, I can no longer sanction your buffoonery.
It will happen, James. It will happen. I don't know. I think you'll sanction that all day.
I mean, so far I haven't left anything I've worked on, so we'll see. I haven't found my line yet.
Good. Good. Keep it far, far away from you, James. And if it is a line, well, you know what? Like,
we'll find it together.
We'll find it together. I promise to you. I promise to you, dear friend.
All right. Well, as we get close here to the 2-hour mark, I do want to talk about the finale because I think.
Go for it.
Did you watch the last episode at all?
I did not see the last episode.
The last episode is perfect. Like, it is literally the most perfect way to wrap up this entire show. So it's a Bat-Mite episode, And Batmite is literally me, because I guess everyone felt the same way. I mean, Liz said the same shit, like about they didn't like this kitschy Batman, and that's what that episode is about. Where Batmite is sick and tired of this goofy ass Batman, and he wants to end the show, and he starts rewriting the show to make it even crazier. Where he literally has Batman jump a shark.
What?
Every bad TV trope of when it's jumped the shark. Dude. Like what was it, the Brady Bunch cousin? What was it? They had that reference in it too. Like
they gave Batman a cousin. They gave Bert and Shaq
relatives.
They brought in like Scrappy Doo as like a hound, like Bat Hound like cousin. And Ben, even more so, why you need to watch this.
Okay.
For Batmite to cancel the show, he's like, I have to recast my voice actors and recast Aquaman. Instead of Joe DiMaggio, he gets recast. I don't remember. Ramal, you can. Ben, you'll know his name.
Ted McGinley. Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, the true kiss of death.
Yeah.
Jefferson Darcy.
And he was like, I'm going to cast Ted McKinley as Aquaman. And then does. And it's him voicing Aquaman.
Oh, that's genius. That goes so hard in the paint.
Yeah.
Like, that's good. That's real. No, and I'll turn my hotspot back on, but I've been a little fucking, I was saving it for this because I didn't know, like, data.
Well, I'm going to spoil a little bit of it, but I said it's such a perfect finale. So yeah, Batman's destroying the universe. And it's like cutting into an audience who are watching it. And it's like kids, and they're watching with their parents. And their parents are being like, this is so stupid. Because also they do stuff where they give Batman like a bat luge. Where he has like this because Batman doesn't know that his world is changing. He just keeps following what is going on.
Whatever is happening is just happening to him.
Batman's like, I'm going to give Batman crazy costumes that you only get on the toy shelves that they don't have in the show. And put him in this like Arctic costume and gave him like weird like, say like a bat luge of this like weird tunnel he goes down and like shit like that. And then so like the adults are watching, they're like, this sucks, this is too goofy, and the kids are like, no, it's Batman, he'll save the day, he comes back around, it'll be fun. And then you start seeing all these channel changes, and then to fucking make this shit go full circle, Henry Winkler voices a character called Ambush Bug, who I don't know much about this character. He must be just a super low-key... I mean, Batmite says he's like a low-key reference, like a very deep-cut reference, but it's just like Batmite's trying to get Batman to jump the shark, so Henry Winkler comes in
to save him.
To stop the show from getting canceled.
And it takes him to the point where Batman is in Malibu wearing a purple suit with swim trunks, fighting Gorilla Grodd on the beach with 2 pistols until he realizes, hey, this isn't Batman.
That's fucking amazing.
And so then it like gets to a point where like Batmite succeeds. It cuts to like the board members, and they're like, all right, we're going to go to a more darker Batman. And Batmite's like, I did it. I succeeded. I can't believe it. I win. And then Ambush Bug shows up and is like, well, you know what this means. Since the show's canceled, that means you don't exist anymore. In a world of a serious Batman, there is no Batmite. And then that's when he realized that he's totally fucked up and tries to, like, fix everything.
That he's destroyed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, they self-realize that they are animated drawings, and then it just clicks. He's like, oh, the show I'm on, I just canceled, which means I don't exist anymore.
That's heavy. That's good, though, dude. Like, that's solid.
And then they even show, like, so they make the joke, like, Batmite's like, yes, finally, we're getting our new So right before he gets that realization, he's like, finally, yes, we're getting the Batman show I've always wanted. And they play this fake trailer of this, like, CG kind of dark, gritty Batman thing. And he's like, yes, Firefly comes out, and it's just raining fire. And he's like, yes, finally, I get what I want. And then the camera, like, pans. You see, like, bat boots? And the camera pans up, and it's like Batgirl, and then she comes over, and he's like, "What? What is this?" And he's just like upset now that they made it, like they made a new Batman show, and it's a Batgirl serious drama.
Too good.
The even weirder part, though, is that Batgirl trailer that they made, that little thing, is literally the plot of the Batgirl movie that got canceled.
Not even canceled, fully made, and then
they dropped. But yeah, like it's Batgirl fighting Firefly, and Batman's like the side hero, which they also hinted at in that little trailer.
Oh, dude,
that's wild.
That's crazy that's where they went with that movie. Like, I want to see it. I don't
see
care.
it. I mean, I'll see. Me and Romalo saw Craven in theaters. We have there's no line. You know, we saw Black Adam together. We saw Craven. You know, there's no line. Like, I'll watch anything that's superhero related.
You're like, give me my heroes. Give me my mending capes.
But there's still one more. So the very end, though, is what really fucking makes it perfect. So because Batmite fucked up and he feels bad, he brings every hero and villain of the show together on the Batman in the Batcave, which is now a set, which they all realize is a set. So now it's like all of them are celebrating their final episode together. There's like a crafty table. You see Crew in the background. That's like, you see the Batmobile and Crew's like pick it up. It's actually a big cardboard, you know, like flat. And it's like you just see Crew like breaking down the set.
The Bat computer was an inflatable.
Yeah, it's like an inflatable. They just inflate it. And they're all just saying goodbye and like being like, wow, this was a good time together. And then Batman has some nice little message to camera, and then it ends.
And then it goes away.
Yeah. Perfect.
But I mean, that's also like a classy way to end like a Batman thing too, because at the end of the day, he is a billionaire. He's got a shitload of money. Like, it's good for Batman to say goodbye to the little people, you know?
Yeah. And so I just love seeing them all together, and like to the Crew in the background breaking
It's
down
really
the set.
for a finale. He gives like a good 10-15 second speech to like the fans about Batman never dies, Batman is here, da 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 da. And then the last shot is just a whole shot of all the villains and heroes standing together. And and then cut to credits.
Yeah, they do like a big group shot.
Oh, it's like the curtain call.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So
that's fucking awesome.
I love that, you know. So the fact the show only lasted 3 seasons, I feel like they really accomplished a lot in 3 seasons. And really made something that's the most fun.
I had nothing but fun with it. You know what I mean? That's the other thing, is like I had nothing but fun with it. I dug the animation style. I dug the fact that they mixed it up a little bit. Like I was into this just generally, dude.
All right, so what do you let's close out. What do you got for us? What are your final thoughts? What are you rating it? What are you giving it?
I know we've gone too big that want to take Batman Brave and Bold to that desert island and fuck it. I'm just gonna say success. But I need to watch more of it. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Yeah. Please watch the finale. The finale is like God.
Success. The finale is God.
Romalo, what are you giving it?
I like it as a one-off. I don't know if I would watch every episode of the 3 seasons, but it's fun like watching if I throw on the Adam West for a couple random episodes. Like, it's Batman, it's campy, it's fun. It's a good in and out to just watch. And I thought it was a lot of fun. It had a lot of I watched only a handful of episodes, but they all like every episode flipped from either being completely out of this world to being grounded and serious to just being overall fun. So I have no complaints. I thought it was a fun series.
So what are you gonna rate it though? We got 3 ratings. You got this one over here. You got this one, which means that you like it.
Success.
It's like a fucking
Success. Success.
There we go. Or if you really love it, Romalo, that's when you give it this. This is your Desert Island show.
I really enjoy coming.
Oh, then I have to give it that. I mean, just to hear Leo say it.
I really enjoy coming.
Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna give it the same thing.
I really enjoy coming.
He can say that now because he's married and he's fully good to go.
Totally. I enjoy it constantly. Thank you.
He's in the fucking safari enjoying all his
He's watching Lions come
Just
right now.
coming. Left and right.
No, this show is so good. Like, I always say Batman the Animated Series is the perfect Batman in every way. And I actually think that this show is pretty close to that, even though it's a totally different Batman. And I think this is why I love Batman, is because of, like, it can literally be whatever the fuck you want it to be. And I love
Batman can be anything. Like, that's the thing. He's versatile. Like, he's got a versatility that so many comic book characters don't have.
Yeah, very few. I mean, you couldn't do a Wolverine thing like this, you know?
No.
Oh god,
No.
It just doesn't work. And also it put things in perspective to me in my own, like, nerd bitchy fandom sense, where I was like, yeah, I hate the blue and gray Batman. I don't like my goofy Batman. But I see this shit, it's like, well, fuck, I'm just wrong. And
there's a place for it.
Yeah, it really is. And the show owns it. Like, it's able to create this bubble where, yeah, you have the fucking Kite Man and, like, this paint dude and a villain called Rubberneck and, like, you know, like a ghost. Or, like, he fights, like, there's a planet that's a Green Lantern. And it's like, it creates this world where you can literally have anything.
Anything.
Like, there's that one episode where he, like, goes to another dimension, meets Batman, who voiced by Kevin Conroy, and the Batman is the Superman of that world, where he works at a newspaper, he has the Lois Lane, and all that stuff. Like, you can't tell these kind of stories in a lot, and like this show, I think, creates that perfect bubble to do whatever they want.
For Batman to be anything.
And not in a way that's annoying like Teen Titans Go. In a way too that actually feels smart and that they also understand. They're also like they're never making fun of Batman too, you know. Because sometimes I feel like with goofy Batman, they actually make fun of it and they don't get it. That's why I would actually rate the show over the '60s show, because I think the '60s show is too much of a comedy, and I think they were like making fun of Batman stuff too much, rather than this show was able to like actually still feel like it's Batman, even though it's over the top.
So, and to that end, with the '60s, that's
I do love the 60s
where I
show.
think producers and people like that get in the way of. They hear comic book, they think kiddie, especially at that time. Like, there are a couple of moments in that series where, like, the stakes do get bigger and you feel some stuff, but it's not like this. Even in this, with that element to it. Like I said before, like the bads feel like big bads.
And it's because they have the action to it. You know, they have stakes when they're in actions. And Batman's, it's like, how can he escape from this thing? And like, there's one episode, it was actually the Music Meister episode. Batman and Black Canary are trapped in the CBGB's place where acid is coming towards them. There are lasers above them that are coming at them. They're like guitar blades that are swinging down on them, all at like the same time. And I was like, how is Batman gonna get out of this? And he like deflects, he like catches the blade that deflects the laser into the acid that fills the floor, and then they crash through the floor.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because that's peak 60s Batman, but heightened.
Yeah.
But heightened.
It's what I think they wanted Batman Forever and Batman Robin to be.
Yeah.
If they would have made a movie like and try to create that world in the '90s, that's the only reason I have a problem with those movies, is that I don't think they really understood we want to be a big budget action movie, but also we want to be goofy because we want to sell toys. And I think both those movies are in that middle line.
It's too different. It's like trying to put together the Tim Burton world with that goofy world. It doesn't mix.
Yeah, entirely. And I mean, that should tell you about drugs in the 90s.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's Batman Brave and the Bold. That's our 200. Good time. I'm glad I knew for a long time I wanted to do this show. I knew it was going to be my 200th episode. I'm glad. Everyone came to our 200th episode tonight.
I came.
I'm still coming.
Romalo's over there. He ain't quit.
I really enjoy coming.
I filled the jar
No.
for James.
Wonderful, James. Now remember, next week, depending on the day, I am going out with Big Dan to watch some wrestling. I have to schmooze our sponsor. But what are we watching for
So
next
actually got a pretty easy watch for us next week because I realized we haven't done something in a while. We haven't had a completely cartoony in a while.
Ooh, very good. Yes.
Now I was just scrolling through, and actually, so Vermala, since you don't know, we have a sideshow that Ben has created
that I host
called Completely Cartoony, where we only talk about anime and nothing. Because in Toonular, we don't talk about anime ever
at all.
But Completely Cartoony, all anime, all day, every day.
So you're just watching a bunch of octopuses and
all the
penetrate
tentacles.
schoolgirls?
I mean, we did watch Wicked City. That was pretty close.
Wicked City was fucking wild. Absolutely wild.
So there's something almost, I don't know how horny it is in comparison, but it's pretty epic. And I actually never seen the anime.
Okay.
But it has influenced pretty much everything sci-fi related, from Fifth Element to Terminator. A lot of James Cameron, actually, if you think about it. And one shitty American remake. But I want to watch Ghost in the Shell.
Nice.
It's on Tubi. The movie it's only one movie.
Are you talking about the Scarlett Johansson Fantastic Action movie?
Exactly. The one, the shitty Japanese remake. But
what is it? The whitewashed fucking or whatever that they were upset about with Scarlett Johansson and that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a movie. It's easy watch on Tubi. Ghost in the Shell. I'm sure Liz will love it.
Done. Completely cartoony. Next week, Ghost in the Shell.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I know it's a classic. I'd never seen it. I just know that everything is ripped it off from literally everything. So, Matrix, everything.
I have also never seen Ghost in the Shell, so this will be a good time.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. 200 episodes. We did it. We came this far. Thank you to everyone who's here in this chat, to little Jimmy Addison who called us, to Dwayne Steeler, to Stephen Lewis, to Steeler Fest, to you, Romalo, for being on a couple episodes. You've been on at least 3 different episodes?
I've been on. I did the Karate Kid, the Power Rangers. There's been a few.
Right, the Brooklyn Zoo Rangers. You can listen to that on Spotify. That was a fun 420. Yeah, and the Karate Kid, man, what a classic. Good time.
And Harley Quinn.
Oh, and Harley Quinn. That's right. Came on for Harley Quinn. New season's out. So we got hopefully a long road ahead for Toonular. We came this far. Let's
Here's
keep
to
going.
your next 200 episodes.
Hey now.
All right, well, let's get out of here to 200. Yeah. All right, I'm going to play the Steeler Fest ad. So buy your tickets. Woo.
Fucking go.
So then I said, Skibbity Riz, Ohio, Obama.
Say, what's everyone doing Monday, February 3rd at 6:66 p.m.?
I'll be posting bad crypto advice on Truth Social.
Yeah, and I'll be home alone in my bed, having crippling depression.
Fuck you! You're going to Steeler Fest!
Steeler Fest?
Steeler Fest 2025! Featuring Steeler movies, Steeler art, Steeler music, and more!
Metal.
Hey, what the fuck?
I'm still a nerd!
This is fucking awesome! Steeler Fest 2025, the most meta Monday in your life. Cool! Monday, February 3rd at Our Wicked Lady. $10 at the fence, $50 at the door.
You guys, this is all Kyle's mom's fault. Shut up, Cartman. Kyle's mom is the one that started that damn club, and all because she's a big, fat, stupid bitch. Don't say it, Cartman. Wait. Don't do it, Cartman. Wait. I'm warning you. Okay.
Yeah, money. Money is cool.
You was